So I have decided to call my workout Pilger because I googled Yolates and it does exist. So Pilger doesn't exist, at least nobody else has thought of it, and so I'm going with Pilger, especially as it puts Pilates first and then yoga, and I'm more a Pilates person. But I'm getting into yoga too. So I've put this session together, which is a mixture of the two, and I think it gets the best out of both of them. So see what you think. So if you come just a third of the way down your yoga or Pilates mat, stand with your feet about hip width apart, toes pointing forwards, knees are soft, tummy muscles pulled in slightly, and we're just going to roll the shoulders back a couple of times and settle them into place. And then just turn your palms forwards. Feel the feet in the mat. You can close your eyes if you like. And let's just breathe, tuning into our breath. 3 breaths through the nose, in and out. Feel your belly. You can breathe out of your mouth if you prefer, but breathe in through the nose. Feel like a strong mountain. Open your eyes. Lace the fingers in front with the palms up, and turn the palms away from you and raise the arms. Try not to shrug the shoulders. Just hold here. Send your pelvis round in a circle one way 3 times, keeping your hands, head and shoulders still. And then the other way, keeping your breath flowing. Lovely. And then come back to standing tall, but make sure the shoulders are dropped. We're just going to tilt one way, back to centre and over the other way. If it's more comfortable, you can now turn your palms to face your head. Keeping your knees soft and your pelvis still, pulling in your tummy muscles to help you come back to centre. This is the last time. Breathe through the move, and now we're just going to rotate the chest side to side, just keeping those hands above your head in the same place. Keep your hips facing the front if you can, so you're getting that movement through the vertebra. Bring it back to centre. Now grab, or gently hold, I should say, the opposite elbow with the hand. Take a pelvic scoop, so push forward through the pelvis, which is actually tipping it backwards. Tummy in and curl down, keeping your knees soft. And just hang here in a forward fold. Breathe, feel the stretch in the back of your legs. Allow the upper body to just sway slightly side to side. Bring it back to centre. Scoop your pelvis and roll up through the spine, bringing your elbows above your head as they were. Lovely. And then release and bring the arms back down. A couple of shoulder rolls here. Lovely. Let's raise the arms, raise the heels. It's a little balance. And lower the heels, pressing the arms behind, keeping the knees soft. 2 more times. Strengthening through the ankle joint. Keep the tummy in. Breathing in to raise. To lower, and then we bend the knees, bring the arms in front as if you're sitting down. This is our chair squat, so I'm just going to show you from the side. If you stay facing the screen, keeping the knees above your ankles, keeping the tummy in, keeping your shoulders back, little lean forwards, but aim for an imaginary chair. Now we're going to hold the squat, keep your pelvis facing the front, swing your right arm backwards and turn your chest to the right, bring it back to centre, stand up. Do that on the other side. So swing that left arm behind with the thumb up, back to centre, stand up. We'll just do one more each side. So try and hold your body still, blend and flow the moves together. So you have an in-breath here, an out-breath, an in-breath, and an out-breath. Now let's try and hold this chair pose. Keep your shoulders down. Remember your bottom's aiming for that imaginary chair. Just breathe here. Make sure you're not shrugging your shoulders. Feel your legs working. Feel the weight in the heels rather than the balls of the feet. Take a pelvic scoop, so push forward through the pubic bone, roll up, lower the arms and roll your shoulders back. We're going to raise the arms again, scooping the pelvis with the knees soft and curl down through the vertebra. Hands to the floor. In front of your feet, flat hands. Step back with your right leg. Keeping left knee behind the toes, so don't come too far forward. Just feel that stretch in your right hip. Now, keeping your shoulders strong, step back with your left leg into a plank. So make sure you're not sinking into the shoulders, the knees are soft, just hold here and breathe. Looking just in front of your hands. Now step forwards with your left leg. Try and get it as close to your left hand as you can. Wriggle it forward a bit if you can't get it too close. Stretching into that right hip again, shoulders back. Now step in with your right leg. And now let's switch legs. So step back with your left leg. Stretching into that left hip. Strong shoulders, tummy in. And we're going to step back with the right leg into a plank. Soft knees, strong shoulders, hold and breathe. Looking just in front of your hands. If you need to drop onto your knees, by the way, and lift your feet instead, you can do that. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Now let's step forward with the right leg, as close to the right hand as you can. Stretching into that left hip again. And now step in with your left leg. Good. We're going to scoop the pelvis, so push forward through the pubic bone and roll up through the vertebra, rolling the shoulders back and down. Lovely. Stepping the feet wide so that your heels are lightly on the mat and your knees and toes turned outwards. I'm just going to place the hands on the hips for now. Bend your right knee without lifting the right hip bone, and then the left knee. So just side to side lunges. Let's come back to center. Take the arms high and link the fingers gently. You can turn the palms up or have them facing the crown of your head. And just again, side to side lunges. But next time you go to the right, lean the upper body, and then the same as you go to the left. Try not to shrug the shoulders, keep them in place. And we're slowing the move down because we're adding that little tilt of the upper body. Breathe through the move, keep your tummy muscles in. Lovely. So this is the last one to the left, and then we're going to hold it to the right. Take the arms out wide, just about shoulder height, but soften the elbows. Turn your right foot to the right, turn your left foot to face forward. And you can widen your legs a little more if you want to, as long as that right knee doesn't go too far. So it should be more or less above the ankle. Turn and look to the right and hold this pose, Warrior Two. Hold and breathe. Now, we're going to tilt the upper body and bring the right hand to the front or to the inner side of that right knee. Raise your left arm and have a look at it. If that makes you feel off balance, just look straight ahead. Shoulders back, go a little further if you feel you can, but don't overdo it. Hold and breathe. Shoulders relaxed. Now come up using your tummy muscles to help you. Back to Warrior Two. Bring it back to center. Turn both feet to face forwards and soften your knees, and keeping the tummy in and the shoulders back, slide your hands down your thighs. Back of head in line with your spine. So look at the floor and just hold here. Flat back. You can lower your hands to the floor and go a little further. Feel the stretch up the back of your legs if you want to. And if you want to wiggle your feet wider, but keep the toes pointing forwards, you can. You can even go back to that holding the elbows and just hang here if that feels okay. Now place the hands back on the floor. Zigzag the feet in a little bit. Soften the knees and come up through the spine using your tummy muscles. Roll the shoulders back. Lovely. Keeping that right foot turned forwards, turn the left foot out. Let's go into Warrior Two. So lunging to the left, turn and look. Palms face the floor, shoulders relaxed. Look back and down and elbows soft. Just hold here. Feel the stretch in the inner thigh on that right leg. Okay, now we're going to tilt the body. Place your hand on the inside of that left knee and go further if you want, raising that right arm and glancing up at it if you feel you can, if you feel you're not going to lose your balance. Go further if you want. Bring that arm over if you enjoy the stretch. Don't shrug your shoulders. Remember, don't overdo it. Breathe. relax your feet. Let's come back up, you're using your tummy muscles to help you. And then come back to centre. Lower your arms, and now you can either jump your feet in or you can zigzag or step them in and jump them. Bringing the heels together with the knees and toes turned out, tummy muscles tight. Let's just squeeze the bottom and raise the arms, bringing the hands palm to palm just above your head here. And just hold and breathe, keep the shoulders relaxed. Holding the balance. And then return, bend the knees. Take the hands to the buttocks, come up again, squeeze the bottom and hold. One more time. Keep your tummy muscles in and try not to shrug your shoulders. Remember to keep breathing. Lovely. Okay, so keeping the heels together and the knees and toes turned out, let's bring it back into that prayer position above the head. And without slouching into that left hip, stand tall, raise that right knee, keeping it turned out at an angle. The same on the other side, so make sure you don't slouch, tummy in, hold and breathe, bring it down. So keep the core really strong, maybe go a little higher this time, but up, vertically, elongate that core. Keep the breath flowing, making sure you don't slouch. Try and relax your thigh on the left and relax your feet. One more time each side. So now we're going to come into a tree pose. So just take the sole of your right foot somewhere along the inside of your left leg without slouching into your left hip. So just hold here, turning out your right knee. You might be able to come down and just bring it a little higher. It's hard work this. I'll get there. Relax your shoulders. Once you're there, you can really rise up into the pose and hold it and breathe. Bring it down. Let's try the other side. Give the legs a shake if you need to. There's no need to go high, but if you enjoy the feeling, try and keep your tummy in. You can. Relax your toes. Don't cling on to the floor like a parrot on a branch. Rise up, breathe. Looking straight ahead helps with balance. Turning out that left knee more if you feel you can. Let's bring it down. And feel free to shake it out if you want to. Okay, keeping the heels together. Take a pelvic scoop, curl down, knees are bent slightly. Place the hands on the floor, bend the knees more, lifting the heels, come into a frog pose here. Just pressing the knees wide with your elbows, strong shoulders. If you want to, you can put your hands flat on the floor, take the weight onto your hands and shoulders and upper body, and lift your toes. It's quite hard work though. Hold that balance, or stay where you are. Breathe. You've got to make sure with that one that you don't fall forwards. Maybe I told you that too late. Okay, so now we're down here. We're going to bring the knees in, place them on the floor, untuck the toes, stretching through the back, breathe here. Onto all fours, knees positioned under the hips, hands positioned under the shoulders, flat back of head in line with the spine. Take your right arm, lift it off, a right angle at the elbow, twist through the gap, and then up the other way and extend that right arm. Bend again, twist through the gap as you inhale, exhale, keeping your hips and legs still. Relax your feet, you don't want to get cramp in your feet. That's 3 times, replace, change sides. So try and keep everything centered, elbow at right angles, don't sink into this right shoulder. Thread it through, and rotate the other way. Your gaze follows your hand. Don't let your bottom wriggle around. Breathe in as you go under, breathe out as you go up. Let's make that a bit harder. So sliding your left leg back and lightly keeping the toes down or lifting the leg off the floor. I don't know if you can see that. Keep the knees soft, hold your balance, and either just stay here and hold the balance or try the thread the needle again. So picking up your right hand through the gap and up 3 times. Keeping your legs still, whether it's lifted or not, and trying to keep your hips still. Not sinking into that left shoulder. Stay strong. Bring that leg back, let's change sides, extending the right leg, and either keeping the foot down or lifting it slightly, softening that right knee. Keep your hips still, tummy in, shoulders strong. Bending that left elbow through the gap. So you're turning the chest, but not your hips. Keep your leg as still as you can. How much rotation can you get without losing your balance? Relax your feet, breathe, and return. So from child pose here, tuck the toes under, lift your knees off the floor into downward dog, so poking your bottom in the air. So your body's making a triangle shape with your bum at the top of the triangle. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Good. Feel the stretch at the back of your legs. Get your heels down if you can. Now, coming into a plank, but bending the knees, walking your hands forwards if you need to, and then bending the elbows towards your body, keeping your shoulders strong, lowering yourself down. Untucking your toes, moving your hands slightly forwards, and pushing up into Cobra, and back down. Relax your feet, and again, go a little higher if you can. Try and keep your hips down on the mat. Don't come up very far if you feel that it's too much. Just go with how you feel. You don't have to get your arms straight, but don't shrug your shoulders. Let's just hold here and breathe. And lower. Placing the hands in the small of the back, shoulders back and down. Relax your feet, lift, slightly lifting the chest, and just allow the upper body to move side to side so that your head makes a kind of rainbow shape. But don't move your head, move from the waist. So it's your upper body that moves as one, you're not moving your head separately. Breathe through it. If you want, you can place your hands on the outer thigh and feel how that makes the hands slide down the outer thigh as you tilt from the waist. Bring it back to centre. Hands in front, tuck the toes under, let's push up into downward dog again. Tummy in, breath in. As you exhale, push up. You can walk the feet in a little to stretch the backs of the legs more, but roll your shoulders away from your ears. Breathe. Let's lower the knees and bring the feet to the front. Widening the legs, sitting as tall as you can. Keeping the knees soft. You can sit on a cushion if you prefer. Sit tall, hands at shoulder height, palms face forward. Let's rotate to the right, keeping the arms at 180 degrees. But then straighten your right leg and flex the foot. Bring your left arm over and lean forward, trying to slice off, not really, but imagining trying to slice off your little toe with your left little finger. Roll your left shoulder back. Turn your thumb down on the right and take that arm behind. So just slicing off your little toe, hold and breathe. I've softened my left leg, you can see I've bent it quite a lot. Try not to go all hunched round, try and get the shoulders back. Now come back to facing your right thigh, relax your right foot, thumbs on top, tummy muscles bring you up to the top, and then we come round to the middle. You can have a breather if you need one. Let's do the same on the other side. So rotate first, keeping the arms at 180 degrees. Bring your right arm over, flex your left foot, lean, but try and keep your back straight. So left little toe sliced off with right little finger. If you can't get there, that's absolutely fine. Just go as far as you can. Thumb down on that left hand, press that left arm behind, hold. Remember, you can bend this right leg as much as you need to. Hold and breathe. So not all hunched round, just hold it here. So back of head in line with the spine. So you don't want to be looking down too much or straight ahead. Just it's an extension of your spine. Okay, let's bring the arms back out wide. Relax your left foot. Come up using your tummy muscles. Back to centre and lower. Gently, slowly bring the feet and the legs in. Hands under your shoulders, bend the knees, feet about hip width. So we're going to press into the heel of the hand, but keep the shoulders strong. Fingers point out or forwards or anywhere in between, but not backwards. So breath in, tummy tight, pick up your bottom and just hold here, but don't sink. Keep the elbows quite soft and push your hips up, and as you do so, just allow your head to drop back so your face is in line with your chest. Don't drop back too far. Soften the elbows, hold and breathe. You don't have to come up this far. Hold the pose. If you feel it in the back of your neck too much, just lower, bend the elbows, come down. So let's gradually lower, don't sink into the shoulders, and remove the hands and roll the shoulders 3 times. Breathe. So sitting at the front of your mat with your knees bent, we're going to use the tummy muscles to roll us down gradually. You can use your hands to support you if you like. All the way down. Arms high makes it harder. Vertebra by vertebra. When you get to the floor, hands by your side, step the feet in about hip width apart. Heels under the knees. And you can have your hands here if you like. Scoop the pelvis roll up into a shoulder bridge. Squeezing your bottom, stretching the front of your thighs and your hips, pulling the tummy in, feeling really solid. Lovely. If you want to, keeping your hips strong, your core really strong, your buttocks tight, just lift your right leg and extend it. Hold and breathe. Try not to tense your shoulders. Let's switch sides. You don't have to do this bit. If you can manage it with your arms above your head, that's really hard. And replace. Breath in, and as you exhale, roll back down, vertebra by vertebra. Hug the knees in. Rock side to side. Let's do the starfish. So keeping your back flat to the mat, just take your knees a little further away and about hip width apart. Extend your right leg forwards and your left arm above your head. Bring it back to centre. So keep your knees above your hips if you can. Maybe lift your feet a little higher. Now the other arm and leg. So we want to exhale as we extend and inhale as we bring it back. So keeping the core strong and the back as flat to the mat as you possibly can. Exhale to extend, inhale to bring it back. If it's too much, just don't take your leg very far forward or take it up to the ceiling. That way it's easier for your core. Can you try both arms and both legs? Keep your feet nice and relaxed. One more. Very nice. Lower your feet to the floor using your tummy muscles all the way down. Keep your knees bent. Taking the hands behind the head with the elbows wide. A little pelvic scoop. Just lifting the upper body here, but keep the neck and shoulders relaxed. So we're going to lift higher and touch the knees, and then bring the hands back behind the head for support. So exhale to lift, trying to shorten the distance between your rib cage and your pelvis. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Okay, so this time, keep your left hand behind your head and let's rotate, taking that right hand to the left knee. Bring it back, change sides. So exhale, rotate upper body. Inhale, bring it back. And if you want to, as you rotate the next time, you can extend your right leg forwards. And as you unrotate, you can bring it back. So turning the chest. One more each side. How's that feel? Try and keep your neck and shoulders relaxed. Keep it all in the core. Hold, breath in, and as you breathe out, roll down. So let's hug the knees in again. Rock side to side. And then grab your ankles and press your knees wide. And then extend your legs and hold the back of your legs, keeping the knees soft. Just having a little stretch there. Widening the legs, feeling the back of the legs stretch. Bend the knees again. This time, grab your big toes. Happy baby. Rocking side to side. Let's come back. knees to chest. Can you roll up now? Breath in. As you breathe out, roll yourself up to sitting. And now widening again, grabbing your big toes one more time. Can you hold that balance? If not, just keep your knees bent, or you can just hold your balance here. But relax your shoulders, hold and breathe. Go as wide as you like. Try and keep shoulders relaxed, tummy in. Joyous. And return, bringing the knees together. We're going to take the feet round the back and onto all fours. Scooping the pelvis, pulling the tummy in, rounding the shoulders, chin to chest. Then reverse that and straight ahead, roll your shoulders back, stick out your bottom, dip your belly to the floor. Let's do that one more time. So rounding into the cat stretch, reversing it the other way. Tuck your toes under, downward dog, roll your shoulders away from your ears and walk your feet back to your hands. Once you're there, you scoop the pelvis and roll up. Just going to take a little balance to finish off. So standing tall through my left hip, I'm going to raise my right knee, take that leg round the back, grab hold of my trousers, my sock or my foot, arm out for balance, nice soft left knee, standing tall through that left hip. Stretching into your right thigh. If you can, raise your arm on the left and lean forwards a bit. Just the upper body taking the leg behind, relax the feet. And then come back into vertical. Let's try the other side. So pulling in the tummy, standing tall, bringing that leg up and round the back, that left leg. Relax the feet, stretching through the thigh. Lovely. Then bring the arm up to the top. Just keeping that right knee soft. Feel the stretch through the left thigh and hip. Just lean forwards, taking the leg slightly behind. Hold that balance if you can. You can go next to a wall and just hold onto the wall with your right hand. Come back to vertical, stand tall, and then bring it back. Very nice, feet hip width, knees soft, roll the shoulders back. Just rock and roll your pelvis into neutral. Bring the chin towards the chest. Turn the head to the right as you lift it. Lower it back to centre and across to the left. Lower back to centre, look straight ahead, arms out, and you are done with your Pilger. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. It would be lovely to have a few more subscribers. If you could share my videos as well, that would be great. And like my video and comment. Let me know what you think, any ideas you've got for future workouts. I'm your woman. See you next time.